Welcome. It's Miss V. Good morning. We're here with Queens Reloaded in our morning Chronicles. For some reason, so yesterday evening, I did what might actually have been my last live selling jewelry. Because of all the different things I'm trying to focus on right now, I decided, it's time to kind of take a few things off the plate. I have been doing a whole lot recently, and so it was kind of time to be like, all right, you need to be able to focus a little bit more of your energy and your funds towards your new business, and so you got to get focused. But during that live, or towards the end of the live, I feel like I got a little bit emotional because legit, I've shared during my lives or whatever that I started selling the jewelry because I was in this space where, I have 4 babies. I had just had my 4th child, and I was going through postpartum depression. Never went through that before with any of my other babies, and so it was definitely very difficult to deal with, as any woman that has ever, for one, having a baby in and of itself is stressful and can be overwhelming, and then you pile on top of that postpartum depression. And then for me at that time, it was like, girl, how could you be depressed? Like, what is wrong with you? You think there's no reason to be depressed, but clearly there was. But you know what I'm saying, just being overwhelmed, it's a lie, especially to have a 4th child. But anyway, and then during a pandemic and all that other crazy stuff. So selling the jewelry honestly helped not only get me through that time, right, or help me come out of that space, and it helped me to kind of find my way back to myself and even find a better me. Because I feel like before, like, I've always known that I like speaking and that I like presenting and doing like facilitating. I love even just in my professional life, I do a lot of facilitating of groups and meetings and things like that. And I've always wanted to do like motivational speaking and consulting and things like that. And so and like life coaching, and that's like my one of my goals is to be more intentional in that work. And so that's my focus with my business, is just growing that and being a little more of a motivational speaker, doing events, going out and talking to women and girls and all that. So that's what Queens Reloaded is going to be, even just more of that networking focus. I definitely am still going to do the ladies' nights events that are networking events, but being more intentional about crafting my skills around my speaking, and strengthening my skills around my speaking and coaching. So but I said all that to say that I was just in this space last night. I was super emotional and just kind of just thinking about kind of where I've come from, and all the work that I've had to do and the changes in myself that I've had to make. I feel like even just a few, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, still being in a space where I was like, kind of straddling the fence, right? I was kind of like being more professional, working hard, not really into a whole bunch of drama, not dealing with a whole bunch of folks that had a bunch of drama. Circle still stayed smaller than a dot. But it was like here and there, it was still a little bit of drama. I was still having a little bit of, just stuff that was like, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? And so and not even intentionally, it would just kind of be like, you just shouldn't have went out last night. Like, you ain't been out in a year. What did you even need to go out for last night? Because you went out and some shit happened. And it just was like every time I went out or something, I don't know if it was the people I was going out with or just situations where we was going, whatever, alcohol, all that stuff. It just was something, you know what I'm saying? And so continuing to have to pivot and make changes and switch up your circle, switch up your mind, because You can switch the people that you're around all you want to. If your focus ain't right and your energy ain't right, then it don't matter, right? And so I had to do that work. And I feel like that's like a constant thing, because, we're all constantly changing and growing. And, sometimes I know for me, like, you miss that excitement of just being in the streets and having fun and turning up. But then you also don't want the drama that comes with that. So it's like trying to find that balance, right? And so I said last night in my live before I left, keep chasing it. That's like one of my things, is like, keep chasing it. Don't be afraid to chase it. And I know I had recently seen, like, within the last like 5-6 months, I had seen a quote that said, if your dreams don't scare you, that means they're not big enough. And I don't remember who said it. I'm sorry. I apologize to whoever's quote that is I'm stealing. I know it ain't mine. I'll say that, but I can't quote whose it is. But if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. And so that's what I've been trying to focus on, dreaming bigger and like stepping out of the box and being like, the event that I'm planning right now, it has been very rewarding and very exciting, fulfilling, because of the excitement that has come from it, and thinking, just kind of second guessing yourself and decisions that you make. And the Most High, I feel like, has been just constantly showing me, just giving me that validation that I need. And I feel like that we all need sometimes, because it's easy to second guess yourself, and it's easy to kind of procrastinate because you're second guessing yourself, and also kind of create those barriers because you're afraid, right? So you're just kind of sabotaging your own growth because you're afraid of what's next. And I finally am like saying, I'm not doing that anymore. And that's going to be a constant thing too. I'm going to have to say this to myself every single day. And so I'm talking to me when I say it. It's me saying, stop being afraid. You know that your potential is way bigger than what you've been giving the world, period. You out here half-stepping and ain't coming correct, and ain't, grabbing your goals and outcomes. Like, you out here just leaving them on the table instead of chasing them and snatching them and holding tight to them and speaking over them, speaking positive over them. And so that is what I'm doing. That's what I hope you will do with me. Let's speak positive over all of our goals and all of our dreams and all of our, I don't know who's honking at me. I don't know if it was for me or what, but anyway, yeah, just keep chasing it, and don't be afraid. Don't worry about what other people say. I know it's hard to start businesses and feel like you don't have the support that you want, or that you feel like you need. It will come. Sometimes it can be a little humbling to see where it comes from, because it doesn't always come from the places or people that you think it's going to come from, that you expect that it will come from. I think going into a lot of ventures, when you are, especially when you're a solo business owner, not having expectations of others, and it's kind of twofold, because I definitely feel like you should be able to have expectations of certain people in your life, and if you cannot, then they don't deserve certain space in your life, right? So if you cannot expect a friend of yours to be there to support you, they don't deserve the space of a friend. Now, they can have the space of an associate and you deal with them when you please, but not the space of a friend, because you should be able to depend on them and expect certain things from them. But that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. I appreciate you. Go out into the world, be blessed, be a blessing, and keep chasing it.